Hello everyone, this is Toby with Birdsong Studios. How are you guys doing today? I hope you all are well. So we are going to be looking at the energies around the equinox, which occurs tomorrow on September 23rd. I channeled this sigil for the equinox energies actually last weekend, came through, and there are a couple other videos out there about this, but I wanted to go in deeper with the cards around these energies because this is a really, really important time. And I know as I was preparing and meditating on the energies before hitting the start button or the record button, I was thinking I could feel you guys and myself too at some level saying, well, we've been talking about this for ages and ages, and we've been talking about how it's really important and how you know, all of these times are so critical. And the sense I'm getting is that yes, we have gone through many of these portal type windows in time where we are being offered the opportunity to elevate in some form, and my guides are pointing out to me and asking me to share with you that it's not that those past times were not equally important. It's that we are rising in our consciousness through each step. This is more like a stair step type of portals or openings, doorways into the next area, into the next level, into the next well, dimension. So I wanted to do this video a couple of days ago and then came down with a cold, so I'm recovering from that. But in kind of preparing to do that right before the cold hit, I pulled a few cards and I wanted to share them with you today. I don't normally pull off camera and then share them with you, but they're so profoundly aligned with the messages I've been getting that I wanted to make sure I shared them with you. And then we'll go into different decks in just a bit. But we have from the, let's see, what deck is this? Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle. We have number 9, the card of allowance. Whoops, I think I did that upside down. There you go. Sorry about that. And with this card, the notation on the card is the frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way, without judgment, without opinion, without fear, without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. And that is exactly in alignment with the messages I've been getting about the equinox, of that this, of course, in the physical world, this is a time, a day, when the light and the dark, the daytime and the nighttime are in equal balance, right? And so the focus at this time is integrating the shadow and the light. And so in order to do that, in order to fully integrate it, though, we have to look at both equally. And as a collective, historically, I mean, a lot of us have been doing shadow work building up to this point, and honestly, there's also this reminder and the importance of recognition. There's a recognition from our guides and the angels that that we have done this. So many of us have done this shadow work, and that is a big part of what is allowing us to be at this point as a collective. So just as we did on an individual level, when you do shadow work, you know that that requires you to look deeply into your own shadow, to recognize what it is there, why it is there, what is within it, and what it's there to tell us and teach us and to help us. And so this is an important time of doing the same on a collective, on a world, global level. So we are going to see more things revealed to us, more things that have been hidden. falsehoods, manipulations, deception, things, things that we may be shocked by, things that we may have felt coming but now are actually coming to the surface. And at the same time, there is an important reminder to be very discerning with that, because as things are revealed, there will also be attempts to portray the darkness as light and light as darkness. So with this allowance card, it's allowing oneself to be the observer, allowing oneself to look upon whatever comes our way, but without judgment, from a place of neutrality. And it's from this place that we can be more discerning. And that's card number 9. And then we have the 9th house, and that is exploration. This is associated with the sign of Sagittarius. And this is very much, and it's card number 47, which breaks down to 11, which is the Justice card in the tarot, which is associated with the sign of Libra. And on the 23rd, we begin Libra season. So being willing to explore what is in the shadow, being willing to really take a look at it, and without being mired or dragged down by the lower vibrational elements, but recognizing that all of these aspects are a reflection of what we have within inside us as well. And then we have card number 26, which is Saturn, and this is the card of structure, of foundation. And again, as far as the numerology, it's card number 24, which breaks down to a 6, which is the card of balance. So here again, we're at this balance point. And I was very struck by and I meant to look this up. I can't remember what these are called, but these navigational instruments on both of these cards. And so I get this sense of what is needing to reflect upon what is guiding you. What navigational instruments have you been utilizing? And recognizing that, especially in regards to our structure, oftentimes it is our foundation, our foundational elements, our upbringing, what we're conditioned by, our patterning, even our traumas, our wounding, that can become the basis for our navigational instruments. And so it's necessary to look at the shadow aspects of those, to look at the shadow aspects of what our navigational instruments are, and so that we can integrate those aspects with light, so that when we are navigating, moving forward, we are coming from a point of balance and centeredness. And then also recognizing that in doing that, it may require, and within ourselves, again, I'm speaking within ourselves as well as on a collective level, it may require the breaking down, and most likely will, the breaking down of these foundations that we have relied upon, that have formed the structure. So with that, okay, we're going to move into the cards. I'm going to take these off to make more space. Take a sip of coffee. And let's start with the Gaia Tarot. You know, all of these things are assisting us in reaching higher levels of consciousness, leading us into these new earth frequencies, because these new earth frequencies are based in you know, a place of balance, a place of integration, a place of unconditional love, compassion, forgiveness and non-judgment of self and others. And of course, this is a process that we are undergoing. Look, we have the goddess of creation here. Transformation, creativity, and wholeness. Okay, so let's see what comes out here. Tree. Yeah, the start of something new. Oh my gosh, you guys, you just can't make this up. It's card number 30, the start of something new. What did I just say about things need to be broken down or destruction occurring so that the new can be created? And I feel like we have an eclipse showing in a lunar eclipse showing in this card. So I really feel like I believe there's a lunar eclipse. That would be in Taurus in October. I think it's October 14th. So we might find on a collective or an individual level that there are revelations that occur during that time that are excuse me, assist in burning down, not necessarily literally, figuratively speaking, but burning down those foundation structures, the navigational instruments that have not led us towards our highest good, that have not led us towards oh, my nose itches, towards ascension and towards higher consciousness, that have led us towards separation rather than unification and integration. Because I'm so drawn to the two trees and how their limbs are intertwined. Look at that. And I'm really getting this sense of that's unusual in my readings. I don't talk about I don't focus on love. I focus on spiritual growth. These are the messages that come through for me, that my guides direct me to share with you. But it's really interesting here that with those two trees, I'm really getting this sense. And there was something about, with the 6 card as well. It was card number 24. But the card, the number 6 is oh my gosh, I can't talk, is aligned, or let me start over. Card number 6 in the tarot is the Lover's card. It is associated with the sign of Gemini, and of course, originally that card was the card of choice, but what I'm getting here is very much like a 2 of Cups energy. I'm getting this unification of souls, like not unification, a coming together of souls, a remembrance, an openness to reuniting maybe with someone that there has been separation with. It just feels like if you're someone in a relationship, it may be that there's a heightened awareness of I'm getting this sort of symbiotic relationship you have with the other, not that one is a parasite, but but the relationship of give and take, that reciprocal nature of the relationship, and how the two intertwine beautifully to be supportive of each other as individuals and as as the pair, the team, the partnership, the couple. And if you are not in that type of relationship, I really feel like this is going to be a time when souls come together, that this is part of this journey of moving towards new earth and moving towards higher dimensions and higher levels of consciousness. And it's that as we travel upon our path and we become unified and integrated within ourselves, then we are able to the paths with another soul who is going through the same process, then they could begin to converge. So again, that's really interesting. I was not expecting that type of message. The greater message, not greater, but remembering that also part of this is that a releasing of old patterns and old conditioning and those old navigational instruments, and that's also what opens you up on this path of being able to be open to and receptive to a person, a soul who can bring this level of balance in an external relationship, this level of give and take that is supportive of each other as individuals and as the team. Oh gosh, we have card number 6 again. Look at this. Feeling lost, the search, confused, lonely. And I think this is speaking to maybe a current state for some of you. Okay, I did not expect this to be like a love reading. Not at all. I feel like this could be the current state for some of you, feeling as if you are lost, as if you have given up and are confused in why maybe you have not met someone who is aligned with you in this way. And it is, again, going back to that stair-step analogy that they gave us in the beginning, that there's a progression in your growth and your awareness of self and the balance and integration that you have through this process and the work you've done, that you have attained. And it's by doing that then these paths are crossing. And it looks like something around that eclipse in October is going to be very relevant for this process, and could actually be rather a big reveal, so to speak, in what needs to be let go of in order for you to move into the next phase of this. Okay, so let's go to a different deck and let's see what else we have. Where is it? Give me just a second, guys. I'm missing something. This is the one I want. Okay. We're going to look at the Elemental Oracle. I also posted a video yesterday about the magic of Earth and her uniqueness and how fortunate we are to be able to experience this. I mean, it's truly magical. Look, you know, if we take just a moment and look up at the clouds, look, oh my gosh, look, and we have to make equal the equator. There, sorry, I had it upside down again. Okay, anyway, the magic of Earth. So I feel that one of the balancing factors for us can be to, of course, it's not unusual for us to be reminded to be present and to be mindful and to be in the moment as much as possible. we're getting that reminder again that it's the importance of being intentional in that practice is increasing. Because as things are, I'm getting the word erupting in the outside world, in the collective, as the chaos is erupting and things are occurring on a global scale, it's going to be so important for us to maintain our focus and our discernment, but our focus on our immediate world, right? Our immediate circle, our immediate experience, the things within that 3-foot range, right? That we have I don't want to say that we have control over. We don't have control over anything outside of ourselves. And however, here's the other part of this, because there's also, this is the and part, that by maintaining a balanced energy within us, by intentionally moving to, if we're not in it, the highest vibration possible for us, doing the things that support us and being in a high vibrational state, which being in tune with the earth and the magic around us and nature, that is a very quick way to allow us to move into a higher vibrational state. So this is the reason why this is coming up, because the more of us that are implementing these tools and these skills that we have gained, then that energy spreads out into the collective. It's not that it just stays within us, but when we embody that, it spreads out into the collective. And so it helps to kind of soften the chaos a bit, and not that things will not be revealed, but then the I'm getting the sense of it allows us to see and be the observer without it impacting us and our experience as an individual. Whoops. Electricity. Wildness. Yeah, card number 36. So we have 9 again. I am getting a really strong Uranian energy, and I was really getting it from the beginning. And this is very much associated with that, with electricity. And this is that unexpected nature of a reveal or something breaking down that we might experience around October 14th. I think it's the 14th, around the new moon in Taurus, which I believe is an eclipse. But yes, the wildness, again, connecting to nature, allowing ourselves to be as free as we can in each moment. And freedom is not based upon our external world. It is solely based upon how we feel internally. And I know that can be triggering. That's something I'm working on myself as well. But when we're triggered by something, that is a guide to where we need to be looking within our shadow. This is what we're talking about here. The things that trigger us are points are informing us where to look within our shadow at what has been repressed, avoided, needs healing, and really needs love, needs your acceptance. Okay, let's see what else we have here. And maybe this is what's being revealed, you know, that when you embody this sense of freedom that you create within yourself, that when you tap into the vibration of freedom and you bring it into your body and you allow it to permeate every cell, every aspect of you, this is that electricity that then propels you forward and helps to move you into this next stage, because I'm also drawn to 9 as being almost the point of completion of a cycle. Yeah, it's the the realization of how that transforms your experience in the moment, this sense of freedom, right? The vibration of freedom, how that transforms your experience in the moment, and then recognizing how that transforms your experience going forward, right? How you are then manifesting more of that in each moment by intentionally bringing that energy into you. And here we have the lake. This is going into the depths. This is card number 31. This is going into those depths. Where are you triggered? What is triggering you? What is triggering to you? And I think that language change is important. It's always very important. The words we use and how we speak about anything in ourselves in particular is very important. But not what is triggering you, but what is triggering to you, right? Because it's always about what's inside us. And it's not that somebody else is triggering you. It is that your experience of what they're doing is triggering for you. Does that make sense? I hope you can feel the difference in that. It's taking responsibility and having awareness of our responses to external factors. Again, and this is all about these equinox energies, because that's very much shadow work. Looking into our shadow and being willing to look into our shadow and really recognize where those points are that need our attention, that need our acceptance, that need our love. The shadow is meant to be integrated. It's not when we suppress those aspects, whether it is within ourselves or on a collective level, when we suppress, vilify, I can't even think of another word now, those aspects, it's when they then hold power over us. But it takes courage and resiliency and determination and perseverance and the willingness to surrender to be able to look into one's shadow. And it is very much the same for us to be willing to look into the shadow of the collective. And right now, this is really where we're going to be drawn. So many of us have already, that are here listening, I know that you've done shadow work. It's not something that ever stops, I don't think. There's varying levels of it. As you ascend, I feel like more gets revealed. And so there are points in time when we all will be doing shadow work. However, we are at a point in time where we need to be willing to look at the shadow of the collective and recognizing that what we see is a reflection, it is a mirror of what is within us as individuals on some level. And so to judge, to vilify, to condemn that is to do that for ourselves. And so we are being directed. And again, this is where card number 6 and this unification and this love energy is coming in. We are being invited to utilize this time to work on being the observer, coming from a neutral point, and holding unconditional love, compassion, and forgiveness for ourselves and for what we are witnessing. Because again, what we are witnessing is on some level a reflection of what is within us as a collective. And I noted here it's 3 energy, because if you, in the numerology, if you add all the digits up in 920, 2023, it adds up to 3, I believe, if I'm right. I did this the other day, so let's see. It's a 7-year and a 5-day, which is the day of change. And then 9, that is the completion of a cycle, right? We were just talking about that. So this month is very critical. We've seen 9 come up several times here. We have 9 with this in the electricity. The lake is 31. So anyway, so 5, 9, let's see if I can add. Yeah, So it would add up to 21, which would be 3. Did we get a 21 card? No, we have 31. Okay, anyway, so the energy of 3 is really important here. And I very much see that, or with that number, it represents to me the unification of mind, body, spirit, and recognizing the connectedness between all 3. It can also be that connection with another person, another heart, another soul, and the representation of the 2 individuals and then the team, you know, the partnership, the couple. Okay, let's see what else. Let's look at, I'm running out of room, you guys. Let's see if the Wild Unknown has anything else to add here. Interesting. It might not want to be used. We might be done. Let's see. That was an interesting shuffle. Maybe it was just me. If I can get my hands right. Yeah, it was just me. Okay. Interesting energies, you guys. It's really important to be discerning in what you're seeing in the collective, because again, there is this reminder that there will be those who are not on this path, who are not ready or not willing at this point to work on this integration, who want to, on some level, remain in the shadow aspect. And so they are going to want to hold on to the power that is within that aspect. That would be working from fear, working from separation, working from manipulation, from creating falsehoods, deception. And so it is very important to remember that the strategies they may employ, or likely will employ, are going to be to make shadow aspects or darkness appear, have it portrayed as light, and light aspects having it portrayed as darkness. So lower vibrational energies. So it's really important to be discerning at this time, to really trust in your intuition. Really, really, really important. And again, this is one of those stair-step things as well. We've been talking about this for a long time, and we've been prepared for this. This year has been, the whole year feels like a point of preparation, and October, November, December are going to be really important in this process, but also remembering that things, for the new to be built, the old has to come down. It has to be destroyed, right? So not going into fear about that, but being aware that this process is necessary. And actually we're getting the reminder to be in gratitude for being at a point in time where we are actually creating this change with the change that we are creating within ourselves, within the ascension, within maintaining these higher states of vibration consistently. And this is what allows us to step into the new earth fully. And we have the Mother of Swords and the Daughter of Cups. Wow. Okay, I'm going to do one more. And the Daughter of Cups is very much a youthful energy, and this and one of curiosity and awe, and approaching things from a childlike sense of wonder. And so we talked about that with the magic of nature and the earth all around us. And the Mother of Swords, excuse me, this is the Queen of Swords energy. And she is, when I say she, it's just divine feminine energy, so it's not based upon any particular gender. So this is the energy of being discerning and being, I mean, look at the expression on this snowy owl. Okay, the owl moves quietly, right? It moves silently. And it is a keen observer. And its eyesight is excellent. It moves swiftly, but it knows when to be still. So being strategic in what you're observing, and I'm just getting this sense of stillness and being the observer, and again this reminder of the importance of discernment, of knowing when to cut things loose, knowing when to cut thoughts loose that are not in alignment with being in this vibrational state of freedom and integration and balance and neutrality and the observer. Okay, because swords are air energy, they're very much based in our thought space, our mental space. So this is a reminder to be very discerning and be very, very intentional and mindful of where your thoughts are going. Wow. And then we have the Son of Swords. This is the, would be the Knight of Swords. Because we're going to find things move, and this is a fast moving energy. So this, we may likely are going to find things moving in quickly. Again, we're going to have these unexpected reveals. This electric Uranian energy of even maybe shocking things. We've certainly already had that, right? This is going to continue though. And being aware that this is forthcoming so that you can work on, as an individual, being in as much in this balanced, free state of energy. And freedom is so important, because the recognition that we are not bound, we are sovereign beings, we are not bound to what is going on in the external world. And that really is the key point. We are sovereign beings, we are not bound by what is going on in the external world. The experience I have is based solely upon the energy that I embody. Okay, I think I am going to end it there, you guys. That last affirmation we were given feels like it brings everything together. And the most important recognition here and reminder that we have with the energies coming through for the equinox is the importance of being balanced, the importance of being aware of your energy. Is it in balance? Are you feeling this sense of freedom? Are you feeling the magic around you, doing the things that support you to lift your vibration and being in this vibration of freedom, recognizing your sovereignty, and allowing the things to go that are not aligned with how you want to move forward. And so allowing this creation of this new navigational instrument based on this sense of balance, freedom, sovereignty. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. I really appreciate your time, your attention, your openness to these messages. Sending you all so much love, and I will be back soon.